Welcome everyone to Mycity, the last day of February 2025. And we're going to spend the next hour networking, get a 1 minute introduction each person to introduce yourself. And if you have a particular need or want in your business or looking for a type of referral partner, it's the opportunity to do so. Please put your contact info in the chat, including, if possible, your LinkedIn link so that we can connect. Since this is a business to business group, we encourage people to connect on LinkedIn and then schedule one-on-one meetings as well. I'm your navigator, Scott Harrell, and our host is Bob Friedenthal, Mycity. And we're going to have a guest presentation from Nate Hallams at around 8:45. So we're going to start the introductions. The guy just took a gulp of his coffee, Brad Reichman. Good morning, Brad. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Awesome. Doing great. Tell us who you are,
Oh,
what's going
okay.
on, and
Uh, Brad Reichman, Lakeview General Insurance Services. I'm a newbie, been doing it 43 years. Uh, Keep trying, I'll get it right eventually. But I've been doing insurance since 1981 and legally since 1983. I went to work for my brother. He didn't get me licensed. I didn't realize what I was doing until I left his office and joined the real world. But I'm a full lines insurance agency in that I have connections, and that's what you guys are. Anything I don't do specifically or have knowledge in, I refer out. And I like the old days. I had the commercial line manual read from cover to cover. I know my coverages. I know my insurance. Uh, I'm not a salesman per se. I'm a professional, and everything we do is sales, of course. But I educate my clients and let them choose from what is appropriate for them. And that's me.
fantastic. And where is your base of operations, Brad?
Camarillo, California.
Yeah, you've been with us before, but it's been a while, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, well, great. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You should talk to, he's here, Bruce, who's in Calabasas. So, anyway, welcome. Thank you. And your contact info is in the chat, Brad?
I am going to be putting it in very
Okay.
shortly.
All
I
right.
heard you
Thank you
say
so
that and
much.
you had me talking.
Yeah, it's sometimes hard to multitask, especially if you're a male. Sam Curd, you're up next. And then after Sam, we'll have a quick intro from Nate and then Kathy Cuevas. So good morning, Sam.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Scott. This is Sam Kurd with 4C Productions. And I think I always say the same thing. I create stunning and highly professional websites, graphic design, I include AI in my productions, and I create video clips as well and logos and all that stuff. However, today I'd like to offer in my opinion, most incredible offer. What's the hand for? Somebody saying hi or something, whatever. The offer is if you want a new website or redesignable website, you can send me your information. And here's what I'll do. I will create a website and I will not charge you a dime and I will show it to you when I'm done. And if you like it, then you can pay for it. If you don't like it, then no harm done. So that's my offer today. That includes a design, logo, video clip, and up to 3 years of hosting and up to 20 licensed images. So take me up on the offer. Sam Kurd with 4C Productions. Thank you.
Well, that's an incredible offer. And I urge, if you have any need for a website, I urge you to take advantage of that. Too bad we can't have the government under the same kind of offer, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sam. He's got a nice, attractive graphic that you can link to in our chat. And we're going to get a quick intro from Nate Hallams. Good morning, Nate.
Good morning. Fantastic offer, Sam. I really appreciate that. I won't spend any time right now and introduce myself. I just ask you to be with us here in a few minutes, and we'll talk through my business and how it can impact you and your clients.
All right, appreciate that. Kathy Cuevas, welcome. Gotta unmute.
There you
we
go. Oh, hi. Good morning, everybody. I'm a financial coach dedicated to empowering women to overcome stress, build wealth, and achieve financial independence with confidence. And I can do this because I've been there, done that. Some of my personal experience overcoming financial challenges I've had in my earlier life, I'm able to offer practical guidance, whether it's eliminating debt or maybe smarter investing, planning for retirement, so that women can design the life that they deserve.
All right. I
And Brad, I sent you,
withhold. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Brad, I sent you a request. You were on my second line in LinkedIn. I also sent you a private note. I need insurance because I was canceled on two of my policies I have because they're pulling out of California.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. And next up, we're going to have Phil, and then Bob, and Lee, and then Roy, and then Jim. So don't go away, folks. We've got a great group coming up. And we're going to start with Phil Wolfstein. Good morning, Phil.
Great. Good morning. Yeah, great to be here today. Thanks, Scott. And Sam, I definitely already put in the chat. I want to take up on that offer. That sounds great. Thank you.
You got it.
Phil Wolfstein with Zoom Business Brokers. I'm a certified business broker where I help business owners find qualified buyers for their business. Business sellers help them to address, get started, and answer that question: what is my business worth on today's market? Arm's length to a qualified buyer, and to then determine a path forward, whether it's to go forward with a listing or to look at what they need to do in order to get that business ready and prepared to sell. Generates a lot of referrals and networking opportunities, a lot of which have come up and have been realized in this group. To provide that business seller with the resources they need, whether it's business advisors, business coaches, commercial insurance, maybe transactional attorneys, CPAs, and so forth. So always part of a team. Every deal I do, it's not independent. I'm not a solo operator. I work with a team of professionals to help that business owner move through that process, 7 to 9 month process, typically from a listing to an actual sale of a business. Big life event, very emotional. We've got a lot of great talent people here that deal with that side as well. It's technically you need to know what you're doing, but the emotional component of selling a business is really key and important.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. All right, Bob Friedenthal. Let's hear the 1 minute version.
The 1 minute version. Oh, I'm going to keep it short, huh? No, I'm just kidding. I, s- I used to do video interviews, and when I first started doing them, they were 25 minutes. I shortened them, reduced it to 20 minutes, kept shortening them, and then I stopped doing them for a long time. Well, you know what? The old expression is a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? What do you think a video is worth? So I am here to help you grow your business. Give me a call. My information should be in the chat room. Um, and I'd love to talk to you about doing a video for you. Okay? Oh,
Sounds
by the
like
way,
another great offer.
yeah, by the way, I'm a LinkedIn. I have a team of people that manage people's LinkedIn accounts, and I've been doing this for well over 25 years.
Thank you, Bob. You're the man.
Thank you.
And then now we have the lady, Lori Burton. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
trying to
you.
class up this joint.
What how does that happen? Well, I can bring it down as well. So
Okay. Okay. Go both
no.
ways.
All right. So, hi, everybody. I'm Lori Burton. My business is communications presentation skills. How do you observe? How do you come across? How do people observe you? How do people find you? Do you know these things about yourself? What's the most important thing you'll ever say? Your name. And a lot of people throw it away. And it's so important for them to hear that and get it. But you have to present it in a way that they're listening. They want to hear more of you. So, number one, make a period after your name, not a question mark. If you'll listen to people, people are talking in question marks. Hello, I'm Lori Burton. My business is communications rather than, hello, I'm Lori Burton. My business is communications.
Okay.
You see the difference? Do you hear the difference? And watch what people do. They do speak in question marks. You're not a question mark, you're a period.
Sir.
So pay attention to how you feel in the moment, how you come across. And your face is like, watch people give their 1 minute now, everybody else. Are they animating their face? Because people are drawn in by the animation. So work on that. That's so important. If it's just one color, one note, it's boring. They tune out right away. So your energy is speaking first. I'm Lori Burton. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. And I feel sorry for the person going next, Roy Dickin.
Uh-oh. I'm Roy Dickin, and my business is AI and automation. And I used to be optimizing standard operating procedures. And now that I'm working with manufacturing companies, I found out their standard operating procedures are really interesting. And there are a lot of different applications within them. And I found that I can integrate these various applications. And that's all fun and exciting. But lately I discovered that it actually would be possible to transform some manufacturing companies to total digital factories so that everything is digital about it. The people don't need to get information from an application and then manually do something about it. But a lot of this stuff can be automated. So that's my new thing, and I'm really excited about it. Glad to be able to tell you about it.
That sounds exciting. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Roy. Excuse me. Next up is Jim Macy, and then we'll talk to Christina Elizondo after that. So good morning, Jim.
Good morning. I am Jim Macy. No, I'm Jim Macy. I have Macy's Hypnosis, and I'm wondering, we use about 12% of our conscious mind is 12% of our mind's power. That leaves the other 88%. The other 88% is the creative part, the imagination part. It's the attitudes, behaviors, personality, the whole 9 yards. But we don't use that part. We just kind of leave that alone. And I'm wondering if you could change that 12% into 100% by combining the two, would you do it? You can do it through hypnosis. Give me a call. You're mute. Scott, you're mute.
Thank you. Sorry. Saying great stuff, Jim. Thank you so much. And we're going to give a warm welcome to Christina Elizondo. Christina, is this your first time with us?
I was invited by Bob. Thank you very much for inviting me. My name is Christine.
All right.
My company is Namaste Business Funding. And what I do is I bring peace to your business funding.
Tell us more.
What we do is we help small businesses, big businesses get fundable. And what I mean by that is not every business that's out there is able to get funding, or they go and they apply for loans and they get denied and they don't know why. Whether it's a business, when it comes to business, the business entity has to be fundable. And we teach businesses how to do that correctly. So that when you go out, you can get a loan from any bank, any SBA loan and or grants. So not only do we teach you how we strategize with you, how to get the money, and then where to get it, and then how to apply it to make your business strategize and get bigger and more funding.
That sounds fantastic. And I think there's a big need for that. So I appreciate you joining us. And
the key to that is knowledge, right? Knowledge is power. And that's what I want to have the knowledge with everybody so we can teach everybody how to get be fundable and get the loans and or grants that they need to help their businesses succeed.
Thank you so much. And I just want to reiterate, if you've not yet done so, to put your contact info in the chat so we can follow up with everybody. And we're next going to turn to Betty and then Linda and then Ed. So good morning, Betty Withrow. Welcome back. We missed you last week.
Oh, good morning, Scott. Yeah, I was out in Big Sur at my property for the pruning expedition where time went in reverse. It was fantastic, very energizing, and extremely noisy. I'm Betty Withrow. I am Betty Withrow. My business is the Writer's Launchpad. I provide all types of writing services, including ghostwriting, editing, manuscript support, author coaching, and even uploads. This morning, I conquered the world by doing an upload that had frustrated me all day yesterday. And so I'm happy and proud that I could be in this meeting with a clear slate. If you know anybody who needs support of any kind with their writing needs, I also do copy, and my approach is completely customized. I don't have a one size fits all because no two authors and no two projects are alike. I love being in this group. I'm associated with many people in this group and have found some fine friends here, so stick around.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Betty. She had been such a help with me generating my book, which is on a very professional level. So, Betty, thank you very much. Everybody needs to go to you.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that.
Hey, bravo. I love to hear that. You know, we are here to help each other and also to help grow our businesses. So thank you all for your expertise. And that includes my friend Linda Blair. Good morning, Linda.
Good morning, everybody. Linda Blair, broadcasting from Orange County, California. I'm the Internet and Marketing Specialist of the group. I help business owners embrace the digital internet world by streamlining and integrating multiple business platforms into one tool. It's one AI CRM platform, and it's called Thrive. So Google is looking for 6 different factors in ranking you on the search engine there. So are you updating your Google business profile regularly? Do you have your business listed on all those citation sites out there? There's over 60 different citation sites to be listed on: Waze, Surrey, Amazon Alexa. Are you updating your social media post? You know, your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Instagram business page, Twitter, X, all of those social media platforms. Are you updating and posting 3 times a week? Do you personalize your website? Are you having reviews? So all those things my platform will help out. If you know a business owner that needs any help with that, let me know. Linda from Thrive.
Thank you, Linda. All right, next up, Ed Cicinato, and then we'll talk to Patrick and then Linda. So good morning, Ed.
Morning, Ed Cicinato. I'm the franchise owner of Edward Cicinato and Associates Dream Vacations. We're part of the country's largest full-service travel agency. I currently have 13 associates. I want to get one more because I don't like the number 13. We specialize in everything from cruises to group travel to all-inclusive resorts. And I have a group put together for next March called Wonders of Thailand. If you are following White Lotus on HBO, and I hope you are, It is filmed in Thailand. Well, it was filmed in Thailand, and the stunning landscapes, culture, the hospitality. Um, Thailand is one of those emerging markets that people really want to go to now. So let's get together and I can send you a custom brochure.
Thank you. I'd love to go to Thailand. Appreciate that, Ed. And I've been to Ireland, but I'd love to go back. I hope to one day. Patrick O'Flynn, good morning.
How you doing, Scott? Listen, I think I'm glad I got up this morning because Linda Burton said something really interesting. You know, don't speak in question marks. I'm going to put her name forward for a laureate. You know.
Right.
So look, thank you, Linda. Look, there's a lot of confusion out there in relation to supplements, and we all know that they're physical. But we all know too that our body must break them down in order for them to deliver whatever it is to our cells and our system. Now, taking multiple supplements without knowing if they help can be frustrating until we realize that the powerhouse of how our body uses anything we consume is how our cells connect and communicate with each other. The outdated thinking we are what we eat is no longer true. More accurately is we are what we absorb. So rather than cherry picking using different supplements for different considerations that may or may not deliver, because the quality of how our cells are communicating ideally should be at Olympic standard. What I mean by this is that amplifying and clarifying critical cell signals is foundational to health. Younger people produce in abundance more healing instructions than we do as we go through our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, And it's now possible to replenish these instructions, enabling our bodies to come into balance so that our cells work as they used to when we were young. This is now the missing link for better health and vitality. And, you deserve to know about this, and the people you know, love, and care about deserve to know about it as well. And my details are in the chat, and great to be here. Thanks.
Thank you, Patrick. Okay, next up, Linda Wimple, and then Santa Papa John, and then Peter Blast. So hi, Linda.
Hi, Scott. Thank you. My name is Linda Wimple. My business is YouTube rankings. So I provide consistent rankings on the first page of YouTube. And the sweet thing is that you don't need to have a YouTube channel in order to achieve it. So my big project right now is that I'm combining my business directory in YouTube. So I'm pretty excited about it. And that's it, Scott.
Well, I'm glad you're excited, and I just look forward to. We definitely have to have that one-on-one meeting, Linda. So we have some time next week. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next up, Santa Papa John.
Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's off to a roaring start. It's Friday, and we create happy, joyful, positive memories for Santa. On his side, we do businesses and families, but on the veteran side, the Warriors Beacon of Hope. I'm creating, the website is up and running, and I'm creating a nationwide list of services to help our veterans get off the waiting list. I'm tired of hearing veterans say, I'm on the waiting list. We have to do better as a country to serve and support our veterans. So my page, the Warriors Beacon of Hope, is compiling a list of services and meetings. And yes, this meeting is already on the list. And I have a list of scholarships on there. So an all-around portal for resources for helping our veterans move on to the next page of their life and their chapters and helping their children and grandchildren. The Warriors Beacon of Hope is there to serve you guys. Thanks, Scott. Back to you.
Thank you so much. And next time, Santa, you got to crank up your volume a little. But I was able to turn up my volume to hear you better. But really appreciate your endeavor, and thank you for being here with us. Okay, next up will be Peter Blass and then Bill Schweber. So good morning, Peter.
Good morning. So, Peter Blass, this is my first time in the group, and I'm very impressed. I feel like
give me some.
if you combine everything that these people are offering on this, we'll make each other into the $6 million man and $6 million women. So, I really like the way you break everything down and improve things. Kudos. Peter Blass, I'm based in New York. Love your California stories. I am a capital raiser for real estate, for business, debt, equity, anywhere I can raise money for existing operations. I usually have solutions, and I love to help people out, and I do pay referral fees. So if people want to know of a guy who wants to do a real estate development, I can raise the money, and I can put a little money in your pockets as well. So love to hear everybody. I put my information on the chat, and I'd love to network with all of you.
Fantastic. Great to have you here, Peter. Hope it becomes a regular thing for you. And we've got another East Coaster next up, Bill Schweber. Hey, Bill.
Hi, Bill Schweber. I do IT data forensic on major litigation. I also run a legal networking group for attorneys, accountants, others, companies that are looking for funding. Definitely some of them are in there, and there's always attorneys that have clients that are looking for funding. So I'd love to talk to Peter. We are also hosting an open house. The only requirement is that you be either an attorney, an accountant, or work with attorneys and accountants. And anybody who wants to connect to me or have a one-on-one, by all means, do. I have a vast network of people in multiple industries. And I see I have 18 seconds back, 17 seconds. I'm going to give you 14 seconds back.
All right. Thank you, Bill. I think we're probably
Hey,
going to
Bill,
need it.
what is an open house? What does that look like?
It's a networking group that anybody who's not a member could come in.
Love it. All right. Thank you, Bill. Next up will be Nathan and then Burke. And then Sasha. So good morning to Nathan Siegel.
Let me just hope everything is working here. Can you hear me okay?
We got you.
I've been having some
You're
internet
doing
problems.
good. Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, so give me a second here. So my thing is I work to free victims of narcissistic abuse from the manipulation they've experienced. So specific, can you hear me or am I cutting out?
You're cutting out. You're breaking up a little.
Cutting out.
I can't do anything about it. Well, then I better stop talking because I can't fix my internet
We can
connection.
hear you
I'm
now.
trying, but
Turn off your video, then we can at least hear you.
yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. Should have thought of that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Well, we love you, Nathan. We're going to run out of time anyway.
So anyway, my thing is freeing people from what I do. Oh, okay. Well, forget it then.
See you next.
We appreciate you. We honestly do. If we have time at the end, we'll come back to you. Okay. Bert Franklin, you're up next.
Are we done there? Okay. Hi, Burke Franklin, businesspowertools.com up in Santa Barbara, California. If you know somebody, if you're looking to raise capital for your business, whether it's a startup or you're in the middle of just raising rounds, whatever it is, you're going to need a plan. And it's a kind of plan that the AI is not going to be able to create for you, although I've seen a lot of people try. And investors hate these things. They want details. This is not like something you BS your way through a paper like we did in school. People are writing big checks. They can make big recommendations and all that kind of stuff and build your business. They want details. They're betting on you, us, the entrepreneurs, to run these businesses. And so it's like betting on the jockey, not the horse. They want to be sure that we're going to get back on the horse after we fall off a million times. And so a good plan where you're coordinating with your people so everybody's on the same page, pulling in the same direction, it helps. And I've got an online platform where it's been professionally scripted already. So it's not like a blank screen like you get with the SCORE plan or the SBDC plans or the thing you get from the SBA. It actually shows you what to do and how to do it, what to say and how to say it. And you can edit it and customize it every way you want. And the financial models are easy to use as well. So we'll take a look at it, businesspowertools.com. Thanks.
Perfect. Great stuff, Burke. Thank you so much. And let's give a welcome to Sasha Christian. Is this your first time?
Yes, it surely is, sir.
Well,
How are you?
welcome.
Yes,
Doing
yes, yes.
great. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, of course, here from the beautiful Chandler, Arizona. I was invited here to this forum by the wonderful Christina Elizondo. I'm working with her as an independent consultant for grant writing and fundability scope coverage. I am an executive trainer, trauma and resilience life coach with a chemical engineering actually background in corporate for 18 years. But I do serve healing, mental healing and empowerment uh, to professionals. And I'm also in addition to being a coach, I'm an international best-selling author and speaker as well. So quite a few things here, and a TV show host.
Wow. Very impressive. Well,
Thank
that's
you.
awesome.
Happy to
Thank
be
you for
here.
joining us.
Anytime.
And hopefully you put your contact info in the chat so people can
I
reach out and
surely did.
get to know
I
you better.
surely did
Thank you
that, sir.
very
Thank you
much.
so much. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, let's everybody give a quick wave to Maury Zelkovich. He's here, but he's going to be a fly on the wall, but we love Maury. So hi, Maury. And then we're going to move on next to Hale and then Halisi. So the double H team coming up next. Hale, good morning.
Good day. Thank you. Well, as a health span coach, I make your life easier, a lot easier, instead of getting confused with all the health stuff out there. So I simplify it by creating a 5-step action plans that you can start immediately, whether you want more energy, sleep deeper, not get the cold or the flu, and a lot more. I know for a fact I was bedridden that I couldn't even move. I had to be carried to the restroom and help showering. So, with that being said, after 3 months, I refuse to take any labels. I'm 55 and never ever on any meds and a 2-time bestseller. I would love to make life easier for you and be that accountability with that motivation and inspiration. Let's connect. Thank you.
Thank you. Delightful. Okay, next up, Halisi Tambuzi. Good to see you, sir.
Nice to see you as well. I'm Halisi Tambuzi. My business is Workplace Investigators. I help businesses answer the questions, how am I doing with my employees? How am I doing with my HR setups? So I provide HR audits for businesses. I also help them with setting up their HR and with workplace investigations. So having a second person look at how you've been conducting your policies helps and ensures that you aren't confirming your own biases when you're only confirming them with yourself. So having a second person saying, "Hey, this is compliant with the state and federal laws." So I added my information into the chat, and thank you very much.
Thank you. That approach sounds very interesting, like a forensic approach. That's awesome. I'd like to get together with you. Okay, next up, Karen Blackwell, and then Daniel Haas, and then Dennis Schroeder. So hello, Karen Blackwell. We can't see you, but hopefully we can hear you. And all right, where'd she go? There she is. Are you able to talk, Karen? Okay, maybe she's on a distraction. There, wait. There you are. Hey. But you are moved. There we are. Fantastic. Good morning. Karen, you able to talk?
Oh, hi. Is it me? Hi.
It's
I'm
you.
Karen Blackwell, and I am the founder of Bounce Back Boss. I'm the original Bounce Back Boss, and my business is a startup. I have thankfully secured my first client. I come from both corporate America and government, as well as being a serial entrepreneur. So I take those strategies that I've learned within corporate and the other environments and help small businesses strategically grow because most small business owners have never been inside of these big institutions and don't have the benefit of that learning. I'm really here today to hear what everyone else is doing and learn more about you guys so that the next time I can really be prepared with an elevator speech. Thank you.
Oh, it's wonderful. Well, we're delighted just to have you, Karen. So thank you for joining us. And we're next to talk to our friend Dennis Schroeder over in Tennessee. Good morning, Dennis.
Good morning. Yes, my name is Dennis Schroeder. I live in Middle Tennessee, just near Nashville. I am a 24-year Army veteran. I run a nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation. The Price of Freedom Foundation researches, writes, and tells the complete life stories of those who died while in military service to our nation. We've completed our first book. We are working on 6 others. I am looking for people to support this vision and this mission. I'm going to put up the information needed in the chat. Please buy a copy of our book, see if it's a cause that you believe in, and become a monthly donor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis, and we deeply appreciate what you're involved with, and it's awesome and it's important. Thank you. Okay, next up, Daniel Haas, if you can unmute yourself, and then we'll talk to Elle Flowers after that, and then Corey Northington. So good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Daniel Haas out of the Los Angeles area, the Haas Group Financial Planners, 30-year financial services veteran. Services we offer include multi-generational wealth creation, affordable long-term care. For those of you that long-term care policies, it would be worth their time and effort to have a conversation with me. And also IRA rollovers. My contact information is in the chat box. And thank you to Jim Macy for one of his client referrals about a month ago. Jim, I'll call you this week and give you an update.
All right, gotta love that. Thank you, Daniel. And hope to see you again and maybe see your face next time. Elle Flowers, good morning. Can you unmute yourself, Elle? Okay, then we will give you one more try after we talk to Corey Northington. I know Corey is gonna. There we are.
Well,
there is.
Happy Friday morning to everybody. And my name is Corey Northington. I'm based here in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm an independent associate of Legal and ID Shield. So it's a nationwide right now benefit. So we have a great monthly subscription so we can help business owners like review documents and contracts, talk to them about anything going on to their business, whether it's tax and various other parts too. And we can help with copyright, trademarks, and tons upon tons of other things too. So me, it's a right now service. Glad to be here once again, and hope everybody is having a great Friday morning. All right, take care.
Thank you, Corey. We hope every day is a fantastic day, right? So, okay, Elle, we'll give you another shot if you're available. You can unmute.
She's currently in the airport. She said if you could just come back to her in a few minutes. She's parking and she can't.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't see the chat. So, so Nathan, we'll give you
thank you
another minute to take another shot. Go for it.
Hey, let me turn my video camera off, so that should help. So anyway,
yep.
Yeah, is that helping? Hope so.
Yes.
Anyway, so my thing is freeing victims of narcissistic abuse from the manipulation they've experienced. Specifically, that has to deal with an issue that if you're with a narcissist, one of the things that they do is, if you're not familiar with that, it can seriously mess up your life and cause you a lot of pain. My purpose is to show you how you've been manipulated, and with any luck, you will have a light bulb moment as to what's happened and be able to break the bond with them and get on with your life. So I'll put my contact details in the chat. And if you have any questions, feel free to.
Okay, thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. All right, Nate Hallam's. Let's make sure we can
Chomsky,
do a
thank you.
screen share. And you can take it away if you're available to do that.
Okay, so I can share my screen now.
Yeah, hopefully.
It says it's disabled.
Okay. Try now.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, awesome.
Is that good?
All right, I'm going to give you 10 minutes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. My name is Nate Hollums. I'm broadcasting here from beautiful downtown Cincinnati. I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk to you about, but we've got 10 minutes, so I thought I would just really focus on the highlights. And if you'd like to meet later, then we can do that. There is a major healthcare problem. I think we'd all agree here in the States. This is a tool that has been created to help bridge that gap and to incentivize employers and employees to shift some of the burden from the government to I guess anyway, from the government coffers of Medicare and Medicaid onto a private platform, and to actually, like I say, incentivize both employers and employees to take advantage of it. And then it comes to the delivery, and we'll talk about how our program and our platform are cut above in terms of the way we deliver those benefits. So we are governed by, regulated by the Cafeteria 125 plan. Some of those who are in the financial world will recognize that term. That's the regulation that created the 401k. And so 50 years ago, when all that stuff was coming about, and people were talking about a 401k and you could deduct this amount, it was a crazy message, and must have been smoking dope, and maybe some of you 50 years ago were smoking dope. But anyways, it is a plan that creates a tax savings. The FICA savings alone are about $650 a year. Because of the way major medical, and we sit on top of a major medical plan. So you have to have a major medical plan in place. Regular health care is what we would call that. Because of the way those are delivered, workers' comp and the medical cost of those plans get reduced also around the 20% range. So all in, there's savings to the employer just on the tax side and just on the process side of about $1,000 a year that goes to the employer. Now, some of the benefits that are incorporated in our plan are being paid for right now by those employers. We remove those costs because they're being delivered through the plan. And that can easily come up to another $1,000 a year. So roughly $2,000 a year going to the employer for the implementation of the plan. And then when it comes to, because prescriptions and vision and dental and a number of other benefits that employees pay co-pays on, ER visits are a big deal. There can be another $1,000 a year of savings that go directly to the employee. So roughly $3,000 a year of savings can be created by the installation of a world-class, benefit-rich platform of wellness. So wellness. So this is not your father's wellness plan. This is a plan that is delivered to you personally. There's a concierge process. So we actually, when we install the plan, we actually learn what your major medical program delivers, and we help you navigate those resources, as well as which of our resources you'd like to use or would fit in to what your needs are. There are penalties for not having, right now, for not having healthcare. If you have more than 50 employees, you need to have healthcare or you start to pay penalties. There are more penalties coming down the pike. Well, actually, they're already here. They're just being rolled out on a state-by-state basis. So long-term care is one of the areas of penalty. If you don't provide at least a base coverage or benefit for your employees, you'll be penalized on that. The bigger one is mental health, though. So again, the long-term care, we've got an aging society. those costs are being borne more and more by Medicare and Medicaid. So this is a way to provide those benefits directly. On the mental health side, I don't know if it was really just illuminated by COVID, but there's really a recognition now for mental health. I know in the state of Ohio, there's a state decree as well as a national mandate that's in place. And that penalty is $100 a day per employee. It was supposed to go in effect January of this year, but it will go into effect in January of next year. So you've got some time to help your clients or your own business to put those things in place. And there are thresholds, where those penalties come into play in terms of the number of employees. The people that we are primarily working with, I work primarily with referral partners. You already have relationships. There are incentives essentially for our primary referral partners have been business and benefit brokers, CPAs and fractional executives, and then people that are essentially business coaches or business consultants. So it's an early success that can be delivered directly to your clients, can offset your fees, demonstrate hard value with these hard cost savings that go back into the pocket of both the employee and the employer. And that little note there on the bottom is something that's kind of my personal mission. And that is to assist as many nonprofits and places of worship as I can throughout the year. We have developed a program where, in the name of the business, our company will contribute about $120 a year per employee to the nonprofit of the choice of the business. So that business, they install our plan. They say, we want to give to our local homeless shelter. We want to give to the Red Cross, whatever it is that they desire. So for me, a dollar in the hands of a social program, I'll call it, is going to be worth 10 times the dollars that are in the hands of a business. So that is part of my mission. And if you can help me achieve that, I would love that. Let me take you to kind of the nuts and bolts of the plan. We are compliance focused, and I can talk to you a lot more about that. Again, the structure, we've got large clients. The County of Los Angeles is a client. There's a little bit more on the mental health side, but I'm going to take you to a paycheck if I can get there. Those are some of the life insurance programs that we provide. So here we go. Let me see if I can make that a little bit bigger. So here's a sample paycheck. And let me move over here. So this person's making about $45,000 a year. And the way this works is we submit all of the programmatic benefits to the Human Health Services Agency with the states. So they come back to us with a value, and then we take that value. So in our case, the value of our plan was $2,000. And we took a very conservative approach. Roughly 60% of that is what we position as a deductible amount. So again, think about your 401k. The deduction, you make that investment. The 401k gets deducted from your taxable income, and this wellness program works in the same way. The difference is we're able to put that money back into your paycheck. And again, if you want to go through the regulation stuff, we can do that. But because we have provided that value in the form of medical benefits, we're able to reimburse those dollars. So the paycheck for the individual employee never changes. But because we had that deduction, we actually create money that is able to be used for the program itself. So that creates the FICA savings. We talked about the workman's comp, the major medical, and again, this sits on top of a medical plan. If you don't have one, we can place one that will meet the requirements. And then that creates this allowance, the $310 every month that would be able to be used essentially as part of the the decision of the employee, or the employer can decree what those benefits are going to be. One of the key benefits that we provide, that's a pretty unique one, is a guaranteed issue life insurance policy. So for me, I'd be paying a fortune if I went out to get a life insurance policy right now. That is a cash value, whole life kind of a policy, continues on, doesn't expire like a term policy does. Most group policies are term policies. You leave your employer, that policy goes away. Now you're 10 years, 15 years older. You've got more pre-existing conditions, and that gets all put into part of your underwriting now that you can afford your own life insurance. So we create those dollars. You're able to put them into a life insurance policy, guaranteed returns on those cash value amounts, and can become a major part of a financial plan for an individual employee. This is very, very exciting for people that are making 30, 40, 50, $60,000 a year, to be able to have this kind of a policy in their personal portfolio. So the platform itself provides a lot of benefits just by itself. Literally thousands of prescriptions that are at no charge or very minimal charge. As I mentioned, the ER visits are because we help you triage that, where with this personalized service, whether it's 3 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon, when you make your phone call, you're going to get professional feedback as to what you should do. Do you go to the ER? Are there other things that you can do, either other resources that we have, or you have an anxiety attack? You can talk to your counselor at the time that is happening. So I want to stop there and just, it's a lot of information to go over the detail, but basically what we'll do is sit down, go through the process with a prospective client, and then we get a census. It's a very simple census, as dramatic as a lot of the healthcare census information is, and then come back with a specific proposal on the savings for that particular business. So I'll stop right there, Scott.
All right. Yeah, can you cancel the share? Then we'll have about 1 minute for questions. So thank you, Nate. Great information. Excellent service. And if you guys have questions, we've got just a minute and we can stay over, but anybody has a question, or if you want to do a follow-up meeting with Nate, that's probably going to get you more rich information. Hello, you have a question? Well, you're waving. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.